rule of 20? We've all been taught that if you have 12 points or more, then you have enough to open the bidding at the one level. There are 40 points in the pack, and you have more than your fair share. An average point count is 10 points. You're doing better than that if you've got 12 or more points, so you dive in and open the bidding. More experienced players also start to recognise hands which are worth opening at the one level even if they have fewer than 12 points. They know that a shapely hand can be very valuable. They can see the importance of 10s, 9s and 8s, and they can take into account how points are allocated within the hand. Every player gets better at this as they get exposed to more and more hands. Sometimes, though, it can be good to have a guideline, a rule of thumb, especially if you don't quite trust your judgment yet. One good rule of thumb about whether or not to open your hand at the one level is if your hand satisfies something called the rule of 20. Here's how it works. If you pick up a hand with fewer than 12 points, but if the number of high card points in your hand plus the length of your two longest suits adds up to 20 or more points, then the rule of 20 says that you can open the bidding. So for instance, if you have a hand with this hand shape, a 5-5, 2-1 shape, and you have 10 high card points in your hand, then the hand meets the rule of 20. The length of your two long suits is 10, add that to the high card points of 10, and this makes 20. Here are some examples. In your hand here as North, you only have 11 points, but the length of your two long suits adds up to 10. You've got 5 clubs, and you've got 4 spades, so you satisfy the rule of 20. You should open this hand. You can see that if you don't open the bidding here, this hand could easily get passed out, but if you do open the bidding, you and your partner will probably find 4 spades. Here's another example. Here West only has 9 points, but has 6 cards in the spade suit and 5 cards in the heart suit. This hand is a great hand. West opens a spade. And in this hand here, East has 11 high card points. There are 5 cards in the heart suit and 4 in the club suit, so 11 plus 9 makes 20. East should open the bidding. The rule of 20 can be a really helpful rule of thumb to give you guidance to whether you should open the bidding. But remember, it is just guidance. It's a good tool, but in many ways is a blunt tool. If you find, for instance, that the points are in your short suits, you may choose to downgrade your hand. For example, in South's hand here, it satisfies the rule of 20, but personally, I wouldn't open the bidding here. Those honour cards in those short suit are nowhere near as valuable as if they were in the long suits. Compare that hand with this hand here. Here South has the same number of points as the previous hand and has the same hand shape as the previous hand, but the honour cards are in the long suits. So here I would open with the rule of 20.